back on the pond. And I had a great weekend. Went and did a little outing with the Major League Baseball players on Lake Guntersville. We had a ball. Had a little competition that we didn't do great in. We did okay. We was about middle of the field. Really got to meet several of those guys, several of those young pitchers and other ball players, and they were just an awesome bunch of people, man. They just as down to earth and good natured as you expect anybody to be. I got to fish with old Josh Hader. The Brewers reliever did so great this year. We had a lot of fun together. Just got out here, just gonna see what's up. You know, we kind of had a cold front. Bright sunny day after a cold. Surprised me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's hooked on the side of the head. Hold on. I ain't got no room to do nothing. Come here. Got you. Son, I mean, that was right under the boat. Fell out almost. They will bite on the cold front. That's a nice one. Brought a little scale with me. I don't know. That fish is probably pushing 5 pounds. I wanted to see how I've been guessing. Let's see here. Haven't done this stuff in so long. £5 even. Make sure on that. 414, that pushing 5. Kind of exciting though. I mean, he was decided he'd jump again since he didn't get the fight out there. I'd gotten hung up. I had the boat. He's a pain in the butt. May not want this old crankbait today. Guess I just like this thing too much. We're gonna have to try different. No, we're not either. That's a big one too. Ooh, that's a giant. That is another dang good one. Goodness gracious, how big are you? Oh my goodness. That's as big as it looks. Oh, it is a big one, but he's hooked funny. He's hooked under the throat. You get me around those standing timber. Come on, get tired. That's a fighter. Get that big for nothing. Oh man, that's the biggest one I've had on in a while, I think. That's the biggest one I've had on in a while right there. I'm glad I brought a scale, because I think this one's pushing 10. I want to get her in. Well, maybe not. She's long. I go guessing them too quick, I reckon. It's a big fish. Glad I got a scale with me. Oh my kidneys. She's hooked underneath the belly. I mean underneath the belly. Oh, come on. Come on. I want to take the phone and camera and show y'all in case I lose her. Oh, she ate 10 pounds. I'm telling you, that's a big one. She just took a swat at it. She didn't, I think she really wanted to eat it. I don't believe she really wanted to eat it. I gotta get some pliers out. And I'll give you a good look at her. That hook was dug in. 2 of them underneath her. Underneath her. Look at that. That's a big fish. I'm gonna say 7, at least 7. Oh, come on, you piece. Seven, 4. There we go. That ain't bad. 2 bites. Golly, why don't I get a picture of that fish? I don't think. I didn't even get a picture of that fish. Got to take pictures of those memories. She got my attention. She fought that way because she was hooked under her mouth, in the throat. I don't know how she got that way. It's kind of different. That's not bad. 7, 4. And a 4, 14. That's 2 it'll weigh 12.2. That builds a stringer fast. That builds a stringer fast. These old cold nights, bright, sunny days, as long as you got a little breeze, you know, a little wind blowing. There she is. That's a little guy. No, it isn't either. She bit funny. Gotta coax them into biting. That's just a 4-pounder, maybe. Three or 4-pounder, probably 4. That one ain't hooked very good. That's a 3. Oh, skinny 3. All right. Where'd you go, pliers? Not even a 3. 2.5. We need to retie that bait. Yep. Messes our average up a little bit, but $14.3, that way $14.8. Been out here about an hour. This is only our second stop. Only our second stop. Should have retied after that big one. A little excited. If you're wondering what kind of knot that is, it's called a double pinson. I like it. It's worked out to be a real good knot for me. Old buddy Shaw showed me that knot. What I'm gonna do, I know I just retied that, but I'm gonna throw a 20 plus in there, a different color. That is a nice green in there and see what happens. I may not want all that noise, loudmouth, another bait makes. They liked it. They liked it. Oh, goodness gracious, that's another dang giant. Not as big as that other one, but I bet you she's over 5. Oh, goodness. She about to don't get over in that timber. She may be bigger than the other. Get out of that timber. She's going to get me in that timber. I don't hate to put that much pressure on a fish, but noise, I don't guess. skinny fish. That's why I thought she was so big. Look at that. One hook, and I put all that pressure on that fish. Lucky it was in the corner of her mouth. You're watching the making of a nice stringer. This is called a snail trail scale. These guys sent me this scale to check out, and it works really well. I've been impressed with it. All right, let's build that stringer. Five two. See, that fish is skinny. A lot skinnier than that other one. Long though. It's as long as that other one. Alright. I know I should be getting some pictures. Alright, 5'2". It's 19.4. 4 fish. Number 5 might be on the way. That scale, I should be loading them in there like I'm in a tournament. You can load your fish in there. It tells you which ones to call and the whole works. Little snail trail. Come on now, don't stop yet. We gotta get number 5. Now we gotta get number 6. Cast with that 20 plus. See, that's not near as noisy a bait. It's got a different walk on the bottom. It's got a wider walk. Sometimes it just takes something a little different. I hesitated. That's another big one. That is another big one. Golly. Ooh. Look at the blow that fish made. They sure are fighting hard today. Oh. I love it. I just freaking love it. Oh, she smoked that thing. I hesitated at 20. She came up there and swallowed it, I think. Let's see if she got it. Got it good. Oh man, that is another thing. Big one. I ain't kidding. Look at that. You don't think a lice green to catch them big ones? I've caught so many big ones on that color and you probably can't even find it anymore. She had all the hooks. She straightened on out when she came up and did that big waller. I actually wish I had stronger trebles on there now. Number 5, second stop, 5 fish, 1 on the first stop. Let's see what old Snail Trail says. Let's see what old Snail Trail says. 5-2. Golly. Five, two. I forgot what we had. We got 2 5-2s, a 7-4, a 4-14, 5-2 and a 4-14 is 10 pounds. 7-4 is 17-4. Another 5-2 is 22-6 and a 2.5. 24-14. Let's call that 2.5. What do you say? Let's call that old 2.5. I didn't straighten that hook. That's what you got to watch for when you're crankbait fishing. Let me show you. See that hook? She had that front hook in a bind. She shook her head. If I was serious about this, I'd be changing that hook. But I'm only halfway serious. I'm seriously having fun. Can't tell, can you? It still ain't like it needs to be, but it'll work. That's a real bad forget in a tournament. Man's trying to shift on me a little bit. Ooh. Golly, I just ran into one or something. That was weird. That was kind of different right there. Yeah, that color 20 would be hard to come by. Come on now, we got to call it 2.5er. Find them big ones like that on a smaller lake like this, it's to catch 4 out of there is pretty good. Oh, I see it right there. Wow. watch this. A lot of people think they're done, and they very well may be, but you never leave till you show them something different. Little bladed jig in there. Just 7 or 8 feet deep, so I'm gonna let that go to the bottom. I really didn't think I'd get that back without some meat on it. We need to trick Mr. Big. Nadine might be out there. Oh, she whopped it. Golly. That must be one of them I caught already. I mean, crucified it and didn't get it. How did you not get that? Wow. I bet you that's one of them I caught already. Oh man. How are you not getting that? It's just like I'm getting that crankbait under their throat. I don't know that they're trying to eat it. Almost every one of them's been hooked outside the mouth. Or maybe you just throw a regular jig in there. I don't think that's a little fish. Let's try though. Yeah, I was throwing that crankbait on a 7.6 cranking actually FX custom rod, and I'm throwing this chatterbait on the same rod. And especially, you really need a rod. See that crankbait rod's got a little glass in it where it's small, you know, it's got a more moderate tip, and you can feed the bait to them a little bit. When you get finicky fish like this, if you have a real stiff action rod, a lot of times you're not going to catch those fish. I think these fish fed earlier, and they just don't like those baits coming through there. I'm going to throw a regular jig. That's 2 bites on that. I probably fish that are already hooked on that crankbait. You don't ever know that for sure. Really, we're going to call it a little 2-pounder, 1.5 pounder. All right then, let's show them a jig. What do you think? They got my attention. They have my undivided attention. They have my undivided attention. I'm throwing 19-pound test white peacock fluorocarbon on all 3 of these setups. This water isn't real clear. Probably got maybe 2 foot visibility. I can't believe we're not eating that jig. Crazy, I know they're out there. Throwing this jig. Now the crankbait, I'm throwing on a 6:2 to 1 gear ratio Bruin reel. It's my signature reel. And I'm throwing this jig and this. Hate that jig. Golly, that's another dang giant. I think we'd call that one now. If I can get her in, I didn't get that great hook set on her. I'm using a 7.3 FX Custom Rod heavy action with this jig. Another dang 5-pounder in there. Fell right out of her mouth. Sandstone jig. I don't know how many dang big ones I've caught on it. That's green pumpkin. Wow. Got my hand in there. Got me. 5.5. The snail trail says 5.5. We're calling a 2.5 pounder with a 5.5. So that gives us 2 pounds and 13 ounces more. So we got over a 25-pound sack. What can I say? That's fall fishing 101. Cranking and throwing a jig. Alright, I tried a bunch of other places. Well, actually 2 other places. I couldn't call that 414. I came back here. We'll see if I can call that 414 before I go in. Seemed like the fish quit biting. Either I wasn't around them one. Oh, I had him. She bit it. I hooked on it. Come on, old green. Sure, there's one more 6-pounder in there. Yep, there is. Oh yeah, we might call him. Oh no, golly, she's smoking. Oh my God, oh my God. That's the biggest one. I can get her in. Golly, that is a huge fish. Oh, boy. Oh, look, she just hooked the corner of the mouth. Come here. Oh, come on. Oh, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, it's coming out. Look at the size of that. Oh, Hail Mary. I wanted to call that the little 414, and look what we did. Oh, that one's got to go. That one's got to go close. Let's see what those. Look at that. I can't hardly lock that down on that fish's mouth. All right. Tear. £7, 11 ounces. How about that? The last Hail Mary. Let me tell you something. If you want to use these Elias Legend Series reels, FX Custom rods, sportsmansoutfitters.com has got one heck of a blowout for Black Friday this weekend. $129 on my reels, and they normally sell for $199. So check them out. You might catch something like that right there.